Hello and welcome back to Country Names and Their Etymologies. If you missed the previous episodes, you can check out this playlist. And of course, don't forget to subscribe, I'd really appreciate it. Down below in the southwestern corner of Africa, there's Namibia. This is a large country but very sparsely populated. That's because it's also the driest sub-Saharan country. So it's only fitting that it was named after the main feature of the place, the Namib Desert. This is quite possibly the oldest desert on the planet with an estimated age of 80 million years. Namib means vast place, or alternately, place where there is nothing, in the Nama language. On the opposite side, there's a much smaller country surrounded by the Pacific Ocean, Nauru. This island nation is the third smallest state in the world with only a 21 square kilometer area. Known locally as Nauruan, its name possibly derives from the local word Anáoero, which means I go to the beach. Now, if that's not a great tourism slogan, I don't know what is. Sandwiched between India and China lies the lovely country of Nepal. This is, by the way, the place where Siddhartha Gautama, also known as the Buddha, was born in 563 BC. It's not very clear where the term Nepal comes from, but it does appear in texts dated as far back as the 4th century BC. There are several explanations found in both Hindu and Buddhist mythology. One scientific proposal is that Nepal is composed of the word Nepa, or foot of the mountain, and ālaya, meaning abode. Thus, Nepal is the abode at the foot of the mountain. Other theories suggest that Nepal is a Tibetan-Burman concoction from the word ne meaning cattle and pa meaning keeper, suggesting that the country was inhabited by cowherds. I'll let you decide which is the correct answer. Back in Western Europe, we find one of the most famous countries of the continent, Netherlands. The Dutch word neder is one of Germanic origins, just like the English nether, both meaning downward or below. So Netherlands really does mean low countries or lowlands. The name denotes the geographical characteristics of these lands, both flat and with very low or negative elevation. Only half of the country exceeds 1 meter in altitude and about 17% falls below sea level. By the way, Holland is also a widely used name for this place, although it's incorrect. Holland is only a province of Netherlands, albeit an important one, but it isn't the name of the entire country. Starting from 2020, the Dutch government announced that it will only use the term Netherlands to designate their country. Far away, on the southern side of our planet lies another country that's actually tied to Netherlands, New Zealand. I say it's tied to the Netherlands because the country was named after a Dutch province, Zeeland. Zeeland means sea land, and it was named so because it's an area with many islands and peninsulas. So Dutch cartographers named these islands of the south New Zealand. By the way, Abel Tasman, a Dutch explorer, was the first European to sight New Zealand, but called it Statenland, believing it was the so-named southern tip of South America. Nicaragua is a Central American country full of volcanoes, rainforests, and an unbelievable mixture of music, culture, cuisine, and folklore. No, really, this is one of the coolest countries of the Americas. As to their name though, we're not sure what it means. One theory suggests that Nicaragua is a mixture of Nicarao, who was a chieftain of a local tribe when Spanish conquistadors came here in 1522, and a Spanish word for water, agua, to reference the two large lakes in the region. However, today we know that Nicarao wasn't the name of that chieftain, so this theory has a loophole. The other theory is that Nicaragua is an adaptation of one of these Nahuatl names, Nik-Anahuac, or those who came from Anahuac came this far. Anahuac is the ancient core of the Aztecs. Nican Nahua, meaning here are the Nahuas. The Aztec, Toltec, and other groups were of Nahua ethnicity, or Nik-Atl Nahuac, meaning surrounded by water. And lastly, we travel back to Africa where we find two neighboring countries with the same etymology, Niger and Nigeria. Both were named after the Niger River, which is the major river of West Africa. There is a local term, Niger, meaning the river Gir, but whether that came before or after the modern application of the word, we don't know. Most likely, this is a Berber term, either from Negiren or flowing water, or Jer Niger, meaning river of rivers. Whatever the case, the term is not of Latin origin and has nothing to do with the Latin word for black, or by extension, with the dark skins of the locals. That's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this as much as I did. Tell me what you think about it downstairs and do hit that subscribe button if you want to see more episodes. If you really enjoyed this, there's a Patreon page where you can support my work. I hope to see you next time. Bye.